Have you ever been in class and thought to yourself, how will this ever relate to the real world? Well, that's what they're trying to tackle in Finland, because they're about to embark on one of the most radical education reform programs ever undertaken by any nation. Helsinki, the largest city in Finland, is experimenting with scrapping the idea of school subjects. This would mean no more history class followed by math and then science. Actually, an hour of history in the morning and an hour of geography in the afternoon has already been phased out for many 16-year-olds in the city's upper schools. The traditional style of teaching is being replaced by what the Finns call phenomenon teaching, or teaching by topic instead of teaching broader themes, where teachers work together on lessons in a given topic in a much more relaxed environment. The goal is to help students in Helsinki better understand how their class work relates to real life, and to give teachers the opportunity to work together on a planned lesson. Jose, just to give you, a quick idea of how this works. So instead of taking language classes and geography classes and all these things separately in subjects, right? You go from one room to another. What they would do is have a really cool, relaxed environment where they learn, for example, about the EU, right? The European Union is today's lesson, and through that, they'll learn the different languages, they'll learn geography, they'll learn economics, all of these things. So it's a completely different approach, and it is, in a lot of ways, a complete change, a real radical change. Here is a quote from Pasi Cylinder. Okay, she's Helsinki's development manager. She had this to say: young people use quite advanced computers. In the past, the banks had lots of bank clerks totting up figures, but now that's totally changed. We therefore have to make changes in education that are necessary for industry and modern society. So there you go. There's that whole, like, when am I ever going to use this trigonometry, x plus yz equals some other symbol that I'm never going to see again in my life? You get what I'm saying?
Completely. I think that this is something that had a long time coming. We've been teaching the same way since early 1900s, which is ridiculous to think that we are almost 100 and almost 200 years of teaching, if you count before the university system was established, subject-based.
Yeah.
Now, the reality is that things don't work that way.
Yeah.
Everything is multidisciplinary by default. Everything is connected. We have these problems that need solutions that can be tackled from a single subject perspective. So this approach to education, I think, is what we'll be seeing in every school system in maybe 50, 100 years, because if you see what are we doing in the schools here, you'll cringe compared to what they're trying to accomplish.
Totally. Finland is known for their real laid-back style of schooling. They have a lot longer recess. In between each subject, they get like 20 minutes of like chilling out, playing with your friends time. They have a lot fewer standardized tests. They have no requirement that students learn cursive or anything like that. And now they want to get rid of subjects altogether. And, they've done studies, and they've learned that, the test scores in Finland are no lower than any other country. They're actually way higher, only beaten by countries in the East like China and Japan.
Yeah.
Which actually have the complete opposite approach, but we'll leave that for another time. Students in Finland, it's been proven that they are more likely to be late for school. They are more likely to say that they will give up easily when confronted with a difficult problem, but less likely to say they do more. They're less likely to say that they do more than what is expected of them. But at the same time, they also are quicker to say that they enjoy school, they love school, and the tests prove it because they're not doing worse. Students in the US are more likely to say that they remain interested in their work once they've started it than Finnish students are. But
here's the thing. I think that the Nordic countries have figured out a way of teaching things that represent the policy that these countries have. Everything is free, everything is integrated in the social security. And that notion of integration, I think, is that what is driving this reform. They need to integrate the different aspects to solve the problems. Here, we're very narrow-minded. We have to do math, and then we have to do history, and then we have to do science, if we do science at all, because there's a few that are deciding what is being taught at school. If we see right now the debate about the education reform and how the states are trying to boost education through a standard core of assignments, is the complete opposite. It's like we need to score at this level in these different assignments, so we make sure that no kid is being left behind. And it's not about the kids, like in Finland, it's about the numbers. Right. And I think that's where we're seeing a lot of frustration. And also, some might argue that the numbers and the way the structure is built is for just a specific group to succeed. If you see the way the tests are created, the standard tests are created to benefit white males by default. So what we're seeing is that it's obsolete, it's creating problems, and that's why we are so behind in the US in education compared to the rest of the world. Right. And these initiatives are actually at the forefront. Yeah, and it's true. And you know, the numbers, all these things, okay, we can get into all that, but what really matters at the end, kids in Finland will probably enjoy school more with this kind of stuff. And it would benefit everybody in the world if we did these things. I think so. I think it would help a lot. Kids in school. Yeah, I think so. Let us know what you guys think, if this model could possibly work for other countries, including the US or other countries in Europe. Let us know what you guys think by commenting. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the Lip TV for more.